Good morning, everybody. This is Becky here at Beck's Creations, and I'm doing a hashtag Friday Sews this week, which, if you don't know already, this was a brainchild of Jen at Today in Jen's Sewing Room. And Carol at Sew Carol has come up with all the statistics in her Friday Sews this week. So if you want to pop over to Carol's channel, I'll take a moment after I sign off to put Carol's channel on here in my description box. I thought it was kind of fun that she'd gone out there and Googled and did all the searching to say exactly how many hashtag Friday Sews videos there are and how many channels participate. I think it's almost 250 different channels participate in hashtag Friday Sews. I am one that's not a every week person, but I do try to pop on at least once a month and do a Friday Sews. Good morning, Angie. Good morning, Kathy. The link for the dress I'm wearing is in the description box below. It's got kind of a cowl neck. The name of the pattern is Rebecca. I made this back when Michelle at Michelle Sews Again did the name challenge. Oh, it's been a couple years now. But I love this dress because look, you can spin in it really, really good. So if you would like to make a dress like this, it's a dress or a top. So if you didn't want to make the swirly skirt, you could just make it as a top. So that is been made a couple years, but I gave you the link in case you want to make one. Now, as far as finishes on sewing, I got a request from a very special lady for her very special granddaughters. And so she wanted to purchase a couple dresses. So I have made a couple dresses just for her. And I used this McCalls style L9512. And the reason it's got the pink highlighted line is this is one of the ones I have set aside for Project Dress a Girl. I just marked all of the ones that would work for that with a pink highlighter. But I have done kind of a combination of the two dresses together because I wanted them to match, but I just wanted to mix them up a little bit. And I changed the pockets out, of course, from square pockets to heart pockets. So let me stand up so I can show both of them to you. I've showed these on Instagram. So here's the first one, and this is the smaller dress. They're exactly alike, heart pockets, mermaid fabric. The yoke is the same as the ruffle in the pockets, which is a watery looking stuff. And this light is atrocious. Let's point it that way a bit. So we're not getting quite the glare. Still a glare. That's better. That's truer to color. So there's that one. And then for the bigger girl, they're exactly the same. But this one's a little smaller because this one's like 7-8-year-old and this is a 9-10-year-old. So those are completed and I'm going to be mailing them off before too much longer. I made the bias tape for these out of this kind of blue and white polka dot. Good morning, Marty. So these will be set aside to go in the mail. I'm going to hang them back up over here so the cats don't get on them. We'll cut off that dining room light and see if that's a little better. Now, that was that. Let me sit down. I'm awful movie this morning, I guess. I watch a channel called Dee and Dory Design Dreamers. I should have a pen to write down everything I need to add to the description box because my brain is like a sieve. Woo. So Carol, I'll put her link to her video from today, and I'll put a link to Jen's channel and Michelle Sews Again. Anybody I've mentioned, Dee and Dory. So if you guys want to check out some other sewing channels. But Dee and Dory, they do challenges. They're two sisters, and they do challenges between each other. Well, they have an upcoming challenge for tunic and leggings. You have to make the tunic and the leggings. And I told them, I said, I think I will join in on that. And I'm going to make leggings for the first time. And if you guys have been around here, you know, knits, depending on the weight, are a love-hate relationship for me. This dress was a dream to sew. My hoodie hugs that I've tried to make was a disaster because the fabric was super stretchy. And I found some more of that fabric in my stash. So trying to think of a way to save that dress because I love the fabric. Hi, Nashua. So for the leggings, I'm going to use McCalls M6360, and I'll make the longest available. I might even lengthen the leg on this to take it to the ankle. And I bought this blue athletic. It's darker than that, much darker than that. But that's going to be the leggings. And what I'll do is when I make it, I might do a video, but I need to send them a picture because at the end of their lives, if somebody has sent them pictures, they share the makes of the people that watch their channel. So that's how I'm participating. So that's the leggings. And then the tunic, I'm going to use Butterick B5218. And I'm going to make this one here. I don't know if I'll do the long sleeves. I might do this length with the shorter sleeves. And I have this fabric for that. And I got this off the Last Chance cottons at Joann's when they were running them 60% off. So I got everything that was left of this fabric for next to nothing. I think it was like $6 for the whole thing. So I think that'd make a pretty tunic because it's the challenge is tunic and leggings. And then the navy goes really good with this. So I'll have a nice new outfit there. And these are on my plans for this week. And then I want to make some gifts. So I have some vintage patterns. This is one I picked up a long time ago, thrifting. And I want to make, I got this for 50 cents, 49 cents. But it's a size 1. And I just think it's darling. And I'd like to have some things on hand for baby gifts, just in case I find out somebody I know is having a baby. I've got this little bird fabric, and I've got this little flower fabric, and I'm going to use them together. So parts of the dress will be the little birds. This will probably be the skirt, and then the bodice will be out of this and the sleeves. And this little dress also comes with the slip pattern, which I think I have some white muslin. Or if not, I'll go get some Symphony broadcloth, which is a real light poly cotton blend, and make the little slip too. So that is on my plans. And then this one will be kind of a combined gift from myself, but also Janet Nash and Meljoy, because Meljoy gave the pattern to Janet Nash, and then Janet Nash mailed the pattern to me. So I'm thinking of doing this is a size 2, the little dress right here in this fabric, orange butterflies. So those are on my going to make this next week. And hi, Ann. Good morning, everybody. On my community tab on my channel, I had issued a challenge, and there's like 5 or 6 prompts, and you were to draw a rectangle, draw a triangle, draw 3 circles, draw lines from the circles to somewhere on the page. I said toward the bottom and then add a border. So these were some of the ones I had drawn here. And that one could go this way either. And the word I couldn't think of the other day is abstract. These are abstracts. And then this one's a scene. And then the last one I did was this one. And I did a video the other morning of putting this together and using the components as fabric components. And I'm thinking these would also make really cool patches. Set them aside if you get a hole in your jeans, or if you want to just make it look like it's a patch on something, you could. So here's what I did from this to this. And see, wouldn't that be a cool patch now? I mean, it's got the raggedy edges, but that's okay. That adds to the character. I'll cut that off. And what you could do is you could sew, if you want to just keep these as little like art tiles, you could put some felt on the back and then just do an edge stitch around. I saw that on Pinterest too. So that's the little house all done up. I did little birds, or they could be bats. I don't know. And there's the sunshine, and the trees have different treatments. And I did the house up. And then all of the little dots are French knots down here for the flowers. And I did do grass on there as well. So I'm going to do each of my little tiles that I did. I'll do this other scene first. So I'll have two of them on the denim squares, because I have a bunch of old jeans of Scott's. And I just think it would be cool to hold on to them and maybe make patches out of them for, some project. I don't know. I just thought it would be something fun to do and small. Although I did, day before yesterday, I worked all day on that single patch. And man, my fingers were sore because it's all hand sewing. Now, that's my plans on that. And let's see. Now that I'm done with Project Dress a Girl for this year, I'm not going to sew anymore for that because I've already sent in 24 dresses. And I'm going to call it for this year. I do have a few labels left. If there's somebody out there that wants to sew up a few dresses, I think I have 5 labels left, and you would like some labels, please let me know and I'll send those to you, or I'll hold on to them and see if Maddie is going to do it again this year. So I've mentioned Maddie, so I'll have to put Maddie's channel down below. And now I have shifted to Lizzie Brewer. And I'll put Lizzie's channel down below. I'm going to have to add a lot of channels at the end of this. So for Lizzie makes hats for the homeless each year. And I try to help her with her numbers, so her donation is nice, for the year. And I messaged her and I asked her, I said, are you going to do hats again this year? She said she hadn't had a chance to make many, but she would donate some. So I'm making hats for Lizzie. And I've shared these in another video, but for those that are coming for Friday Sews, if you'd like to see another cause that I work toward, I'm just going to share these again real quick. I made this one yesterday. And JL, let me tell you something, JL Johnson. Jenna said it needs a pom-pom because it was without the pom-pom like that. So she said, if you got some of that fun fur left, let me tell you something. What happens when you take a yarn that's like this and you make a pom-pom out of it? You get little glittery bits everywhere. So anyway, it's very candy apple red, but the body of it here is kind of a red orange, but I still like it. So there's one. And there's one I made. This one's purple and yellow. Don't ask me for the patterns because I make these up as I go along. I get around and I say, oh, what stitch do I want to do next? And I just do that round. So this one's a little one. I didn't know if there's any babies or anything that would receive these, but I just wanted to make a little one. And then there's this one that everybody says looks like water. Can you tell I'm obsessed with shells? And I need to find a stitch that looks more manly. There's this one. My goal is to send her 20 hats. This one's sort of manly-ish here. I think a man would be okay wearing that one. I just think the shells look kind of girly. Then I was going through in the back room and I had some hats left over from Christmas that nobody took. So I'm just going to include them. There's this one here. And I don't remember what the yarn was, but this is really warm. This almost needs to go to a northern climate. It would be really warm because this blue is really dense. I don't even remember what the yarns were. But it's real pretty light blue. And this is kind of like a mottled creamy color. That one would fit somebody with some dreadlocks because it's really thick at the top. And then here's this little guy from last year. And then there's this one. This right here that you're seeing, that's my join as I go around. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm almost halfway there. And these huge bags that Hefty makes are amazing. I love these things for storing stuff, or I'm going to, you can put a whole like couch-sized Afghan in one of these. And I put all these hats in here to keep the cats off them because they treat anything I crochet like a cat bed. So I don't want a bunch of hair on it. I will, when I'm done with all the hats, the pom-pom one will have to be washed by hand or put in the laundry bag and hope it survives. But then I dry them flat. The acrylic yarn you can wash and machine dry, but I usually don't do that. So then today I'm taking my almost 96-year-old mother-in-law to her doctor's appointment. And she wants to leave 45 minutes before the appointment because we're going to the side of town where there's a lot of traffic. But what everybody doesn't realize is the traffic going in that direction is not as heavy as the traffic coming into Columbia. So we're going to sit there and wait, and she's going to get angsty because we're going to be waiting a long time. But I'm going to do what she wants to do because she's 96. What do I know? It would look cute with the dress I have on. Yeah. Oh, my. Let's see. Oh, no. Angie said to keep Candy and her husband in our thoughts and prayers because they have the big C. Hi, Mina. Greg has finally got off to work. Yay. Well, I hope so. I hope so, Ann. I tried to be. I don't have anything else. Yesterday, I wasn't feeling good. Today's much better. Woke up with a really bad headache. And Scott said, because it was all right here. He said, that sounds like sinuses. So I pulled out some allergy medicine and I took one last night. And it's one of the ones that you take for a 24-hour cycle. So I can't take another one until tonight. So I'll just take it at nighttime. And I slept really good too. So if there's no questions, I'm going to close this Friday Sews out. And I will see you guys in my next video. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Take care. Bye.